We heard very interesting statements from people, from whistleblowers, and we would like you to tell us a few words about the new directives of the European Commission, of course, and how strong can the protection for whistleblowers can be.
So the whistleblowing directive offers really strong protection to whistleblowers, so it's a very good step in the right direction. The one thing that needs to be, the countries needs to go further than the directive, because the scope of the directive is quite scattered and narrow, because it only covers whistleblowers who report breaches of particular area of EU law, so it's very, very scattered. And so when countries transpose a directive, they have to make sure that they adopt legislation that protect all whistleblowers in all whistleblowing situations, and not just what the directive says, because that would create a mess, basically. It would make it very difficult for whistleblowers to know whether or not they're protected. It would create a lot of situation when one whistleblower would be protected and another for a very similar situation would not be protected. And very good base, but needs to go further. And Transparency International has developed quite a few recommendations to help governments, so not only transpose what's in the directive, but meet the international standard and best practice that already exists.
All the people that have talked had finalized their speech by saying all we need is implementation. How difficult is that?
That's a very difficult question, because of course, adopting the law, it's only the first step, and the danger is even if you have a law and whistleblowers actually report because they think they're protected, because they think, oh, well, there is a law. But if the law is not implemented, it's even more dangerous than when there is no law, because then whistleblower might not come forward. So once a law is adopted, it's very important to go the extra step. It means enforcement. It means that whistleblowers who come forward needs to be able to if they suffer retaliation, they need to be able to go to an authority that will protect them, or to the justice system. And most importantly, they also need to see that what they disclose is being investigated and taken seriously, because otherwise there is really no point to anything that they're doing.